Productivity is never an incident. It is always the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. You might be wondering, what do productivity matters here? So here is the answer. Productivity comes from a word produce. And to produce anything, we need proper management. So today, I'm Mansi Sharma from Huri Child Public School. I'm here to give you a brief description about management. So here we go. Your mom also shouts at you for not managing your things. So let us now understand what do management actually stands for. Management can be this, or even this. Don't get stressed. Let's understand this. So basically, management means the process of dealing with or controlling people so we can achieve some pre-planned outcome. So if you have to produce a car, so these are the functions of the managers at different level. The top level manager will define the structure, will define the outcome, and will determine what the goal had to be produced at the end. Now the middle level managers will interpret that plan and will assemble the staff, will assemble the workforce, and will determine the activities that are to be performed to produce the final outcome. Now the lower level managers will actually deal with the actual workforce, deal with the actual labor who will perform those set of activities so that we can achieve our desired goal, so that we can achieve that structure of the car which is made earlier. Likewise, we can take many other examples, such as that we had to set up an industry. The same rules are to be followed. Or simple, we had to make an electric bell. The same rules are to be followed. So the project is small or big, the rules, the levels, the work are exactly the same. So this was the levels of management. Now there is a question. Have you ever wondered that how these big buildings, big societies came into existence? The simple answer to this is the management. You know, there is a lot of team behind it. Now, there are certain steps which they follow to achieve that goal, to make that society, to build that whole building. So these steps are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So first we will be dealing with planning. So what does planning means? Before starting anything, we need a plan. Same as with the building. The foremost task before starting any project is to plan it. So while you are making any building or a society, you need to plan its cost. You need to plan how much labor is to be used. You need to plan that how much time it will consume. You had to make the layout of the society. You had to make the layout of the building. And these all things comes within planning. Now, the second function of the management or our second step to achieve the goal is organizing. To execute the planning, first we have to organize the things. Means, let's take an example of the same, the building, the society. So we have to make sure of the availability of the raw material. We have to make sure of the availability of the labor. We have to deal with the transportation. We have to see our machineries and equipment, and we have to assign different posts so that our next step could be finished. To further proceed with our work, here comes the next function of management, that is starting. You remember, we have assigned the different posts in organizing. Now it's time to fill those posts. Now those posts will be filled by this function, that is staffing. Now there is a step of staffing. During staffing, you cannot appoint anyone you like. You have to categorize them. You have to find the best out of them, and you have to assign the bestest job or the bestest post according to their capabilities. So this all is there in staffing. Now let's join it with the example. So we are taking the example of the society. if we are building this society, we need a staff, we need an accounts department, we need a maintenance department, and many other departments like this. So these posts, these departments came into existence, or we can say the staffing gives a life to them. Now let's move on to our next function, that is directing. So till now we had made a plan, we had organized our things, and we had staffed the members in the assigned post. Now the next work is directing. What do we have to direct? We have to give the direction to the labor that who had to actually perform that work, and these directions are given by those skilled peoples whom we have to given the posts. So to direct the labor, to direct the force to work in the right direction to achieve the desired goal is directing. So in the case of a society, to tell the engineers, to tell the laborers that how they had to work, which material they had to use, in what time period they had to finish the work, is all come under directing. So now let's start with an example. So we have given direction to our labor that how they had to construct a building, in what time period they had to finish their work. So now, what as a staff member, what is their duty? As a manager, what is their duty? Their duty is to keep a check on the actual workforce or on the labor, that they are working in the right direction or not, whether they are finishing their work on time or not, whether they are using the product rightly or not, the equipments rightly or not. So these all comes under controlling. So from here we can understand controlling, that controlling is a process in which the managers, the appointed staff, keep a check on the actual workforce that the work is going in the right direction or not, whether we are close to a desired outcome or not. So this all comes under control. So these are the functions of management. These are the steps by following which we can achieve our goal. So at the end, I just want to say that to get success in life, to accomplish any project, we need to be disciplined. And to be disciplined, we need management. And management starts from oneself. The concept of management is applicable in every sphere of life.